Hey, you know that new Pokemon game that's kinda like League of Legends, Defense of the Ancients, Hero of the Storm, Heroes of New Earth, Smite, DC's Infinite Crisis, Vainglory, and Defense of the Ancients 2 that was announced a while ago? Well, it's out. Now you can play as beloved Pokemon like Pikachu, Snorlax, Machamp, Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise? Wait, no Blastoise? Well, what took a spot? What the hell is a crust? Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mabimpressions. Today we're going to talk about Pokemon Unite. This was the MOBA game that was announced a while ago, and to be honest, it wasn't really on my radar. I said if it came out and I remembered, I'd play it. I didn't remember. I actually found out because a streamer of mine that I watch regularly had that as one of his games he was streaming today, so I was like, holy crap, I gotta be playing it later during my stream. So I went ahead and downloaded it, and I stayed away from videos, I stayed away from streams. The only thing I knew about the game going in was that it was a MOBA, and of course they showed a little bit of gameplay back when it was first announced. They had a bunch of like influencers play a little match, but I don't think the showcase that they showed a while ago did the game justice. Basically, what we learned was it was a sort of a it's a 5v5. There's two lanes, a top and a bottom, and then you have a sort of jungle. The goal is to score points by defeating wild Pokemon, which are pretty much NPCs, and then also destroying other Pokemon to take away points. You grab those points and then you go on the other side and you score and dunk points. That was pretty much all we knew. Going into this game, I kind of had very, very low expectations. I thought, wow, I love Pokemon. I've been playing ever since the very first games. Actually, my favorite Pokemon is Pokemon Fire Red. I don't know how many times I played the Game Boy Advanced one. But, the last couple of Pokemon games, like Sword and Shield, have kind of been, I like Pokemon, but don't take this the wrong way. It is, like, really stupid simple. And that's not to its detriments. It's more just taste as I've grown older. The very, very first couple of Pokemon games, though they were still marketed to kids, they had a sort of old school charm with a little bit of difficulty in there. While these newer games just feel like, though they still are marketing to kids, the whole landscape is different, and they've gone beyond the points of just quality of life, and they made it just stupid simple without, evolutionizing the gameplay loop. It is still the same game, just with a little bit of extra stuff. Now, the whole point and charm of Pokemon is the nostalgia and the journey along the way. I don't know how many people actually pick the game up specifically looking for a tough game to play and grind as a JRPG. You pick it up these days because you like Pokemon and you want to see some new Pokemon, and maybe you like a little bit of the story, but overall you want to collect shinies, find new Pokemon, maybe battle a friend or two, update the Pokedex, etc. You're not there for PvP unless you're one of the hardcore Pokemon fans who want to do that. Then that's there, but like I said, primarily it's just like a chill time. So I had low expectations for the MOBA. I was going in thinking it's gonna be very dumb, it's gonna be stupid, it's gonna be downright simple and boring. And man, I am so glad that I was wrong. This game, as a quick little recommendation, yes, it's good. I like it a lot. This is definitely a easy to pick up, hard to master type of game. And I've played a lot of games already. I've unlocked a ton of Pokemon. I've leveled up my account quite a bit. And I think, this is a very good game. First of all, it's on the Switch and it's free. It's going to be on iOS. I think Android later as well. And you can easily just jump in and start playing right away. So the game is a MOBA. And the model, though it's free to play, as far as I've seen, it is all cosmetic for real items. And to unlock Pokemon, you can pay to unlock Pokemon, but you are unlocking and obtaining currencies to get them anyway. And just like League of Legends, they have free Pokemon rotating out. At the point of this review here, there's like 20 Pokemon, and if you guys jump in right away, there's like an event going on, and you can unlock like 2 to 3 right away for free. And then the other ones rotate out, and then you can unlock more as you play. But what I've seen is, like I said, there are premium currencies, but that's mostly for cosmetic stuff. So let's talk about more of the model later and get into the gameplay, right? So what makes this game, as I said, simple but hard to learn? They did a really good job like easing players into the MOBA genre. A lot of people who've played MOBAs probably played, you know, the things I mentioned in the opening: Smite, Dota, League of Legends, and all that, Heroes of the Storm, etc. Those who play those kind of games pretty much know exactly what you're getting into. It has a lot of the same sort of gameplay mechanics, loops, and strategies, but this is a totally new audience they are marketing to, the Pokemon audience. You have people who play Switch all the time, you know, Animal Crossing, casual players who love the Pokemon games, who maybe want to try this out. It's simple enough for them to get into. It's charming enough. There's so many little small quirks and details in here that appeal to a wide variety of players out there. So I'm very happy that as soon as you start the game, they throw you right into a tutorial, but they make it fun. They pace it just well enough to keep you going back in and playing. For example, you start the game and it teaches you, hey, this is how you move with the left stick. Use the right stick to aim your character. You have an attack button. Well, every Pokemon attacks differently. Sometimes you have a triple attack. Sometimes you have a straight long-term damage attack. And everyone has range. You're either a melee range or a long range with those attacks. You can see the outline around your character. It's zoomed in just enough. The models will look amazing. So with your basic attack, you pretty much hold the button down. You can turn it off, but if you hold the button down, if there's a Pokemon, an NPC, or an enemy next to you, it automatically zooms on and tries to attack them. And depending on your character, you might have like extra abilities. Each Pokemon has a regular attack. They have a passive. Sometimes, like, maybe they're more tougher when you lose HP. Sometimes when you do multiple attacks, you can apply a debuff, you know, that sort of stuff. And then you have 3 skills. You have your basic skill, which is just like a simple one. Maybe it's a fireball that does DPS over time as you play the game and level up, because matches are only 10 minutes, by the way, but we'll get to that later. I want to explain more of the Pokemon, right? So everyone has a skill, and it's like a dash, a very, very basic attack. And then once you play the game more, you level up, and then you get to upgrade those attacks, and you get to split it. So your fireball could turn into either a larger fireball, or maybe it turns into a stunning attack. So every time you play the same Pokemon, if you want, you can sort of choose a build. And that's what's really, really fun about it. Like, they smartly enough, like, applied a lot of the basic Pokemon core mechanics into a MOBA that works. I was thinking, like, man, this is gonna be super simple, because they're not gonna have like equipments and items like, oh, I got like 6 items in League of Legends, I got 6 items in Dota's and a backpack. No, they have it there, but to an extent. So pretty much once you level up your general accounts, you can bring into battle 3 items that you can equip on your character. For example, there's an apple core, which heals like 1% of your HP out of battle. You can have like a headband, which increases your attack. And then outside of matches, you can level up those equipments so you can build your character certain ways. Like, oh, I want more of an attack Pikachu, or I want this one to be like super crazy fast, you know, a glass cannon Pikachu, which is pretty sweet. So a lot of characters usually play in 1 to 2 ways, or you can mix the 2 skills together. So you have all of that, and you also have an ultimate. The ultimate doesn't pop up until you're like a higher level. So like I said, the whole goal of each match is to score as much points over the opponents by just destroying NPC and any NPC Pokemon and getting rid of the opposing player's Pokemon. So 5v5 PvP. Top lane, bottom lane, mid lane. There are Pokemon in each lane, and there's towers. So this game smartly takes all the aspects of MOBAs and, you know, it applies it here. If you play a lot of MOBAs, you see exactly like, oh, these are towers. You have to go score to enemies' towers, but it's like a children's it's a children's game. So they're not gonna say, oh, destroy towers. No, you are scoring points, and then they disappear. Then the towers disappear. It's really, really clever that way. So instead of towers attacking, like defending and attacking back, they actually buff your Pokemon. So you stand near your tower, you get more movement speed, you get more regen. And you might be thinking, why don't I just stay near my tower and defend it the whole time? They added some mechanics where if you don't leave your, if you defend too much, the other team will, attack Pokemon, and they're going to level up quicker and actually get more points. You get points and you hold them on your Pokemon, and you have to make sure you don't die before you can go pretty much score on the team's end. And also they have a mechanic where you can defeat a Rotom. He's on the top and the bottom middle of the map in between the towers. If you take him out, he will run towards the enemy's goal, and then their defenses are gone. So it really incentivizes you to play in a lot of different ways. It's a ton of back and forth. It is very well done. And you know what? I didn't even talk about like lag or anything yet. I was so surprised. The Switch OLED is not out yet. We don't have the special dock with the built-in Ethernet port, and I'm pretty sure at least 99% of players don't have the Ethernet dongle, including myself. I don't have it. But the game plays really well. Like, forget Smash Online. Smash Online is terrible. I hate it. I love Smash. I wanted to play it online, but god dang, it is not fun to play online. There's just so much lag and slowdown. Here, the only lag is when you're at the beginning of the game loading, because you load the game and then you kind of see like five Pokemon, like in League of Legends. You see them loading, which is weird. I don't know how everyone's, you probably load faster if you have better internet, but everyone's using the same hardware, for the most part. So you defeat towers and you have 10 minutes. So once a tower goes down, you get more of the map. Because if you try to tower dive enemies, pretty much not only do they get buffs for standing their tower, but the road in between like their tier 1 tower, tier 2 and tier 3, there is a road there that slows them down significantly. So it's hard for them to chase you down and or escape if they go too far. And the respawn timer once you get knocked out is very fast, very fast. And then yeah, you have to roam around the whole areas. They added, like I said, a lot of the good stuff from a ton of MOBAs. You have buffs from defeating Pokemon. You defeat a Ludicuro, and then you get a global buff for everybody. And then the last 2 minutes of the game, a Zapdos is in the middle of the map, kind of like a Baron. You defeat him, and then you get massive amounts of points. Massive amounts. And sure, even though the game is 10 minutes, it's short, there's still the option for people to concede, which I've had a couple of times on the enemy teams where they scored absolutely 0 points and we scored like 300 points. It's fun, dude. It's like quick action, but it's smart. It is smart. It moves at a really good pace, your Pokemon, so you can tell what's happening. It is definitely tough at the beginning where you don't know anyone's skills and you don't know the battle items, because just like in League, you can equip battle items like, oh, I have a potion to automatically burst heal you and there's a 30-second cooldown, or here's a small teleport so I can go through walls. They even have on the map grass where you walk in and you're hidden from an enemy. They're skill shots, but cleverly enough, it works really well on the controller. It plays like a twin stick shooter, and you can easily look around the map while moving at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain, but you can move with the left stick, and then you can walk towards a direction, hold L1, use the right stick to move the map so you can see what's coming up ahead of you while you're moving in the same direction like you would do on a PC. So it works really well. I definitely think that if you are going to be playing later on, once they release it on iOS and Android, you're going to be at a slight disadvantage unless you use a controller, because it is so good here. It's going to be a little tough on there, and maybe like iPad will be better, but it's going to be really tough to see on your phone, just saying. So yeah, the game is good. There's a lot of strategy, and the more you play, the better you are. You get to play standard quick matches against CPUs with friends, and there's also ranked matches. and there's seasons. Once you get better, you are going to be queuing up with people who are at your skill level, and that's when the game really shines. It's really fun at the beginning where everyone's a noob and everyone's just running to random lanes. But once you start getting roles, because each Pokemon have like, oh, attack roles, ranged, support, defense, you know, that kind of stuff. And then like, oh, I want 2 top, 2 bottom, 1 in the middle for ganking and stuff like that. It becomes like a real MOBA. It becomes a real MOBA. There is enough strategy and there is enough variety. Even if there's only 20 Pokemon starting, there's enough variety in their builds, all the items you bring in, the battle items, the held items, the skills. Like on the fly, you can just choose. You don't have to choose before the battle the different skills you want. You choose during the battle. Like if you're getting super beat up and it's not smart to go in, oh, let's choose a ranged attack instead, and then you skill up from there. It's really, really nice. So the gameplay is top notch. It's really, really good. So let's go back to the free-to-play model. They make all their money from cosmetics and for you to unlock Pokemon. You can get Pokemon just by playing over time, but there is a lot of ways for them to want you to pay. They have a battle pass, which acts like most battle passes these days, where you go through, you know, a whole bunch of levels, and maybe every 3rd or 5th level, maybe there's a locked item that you have to get the battle pass premium for. And they have some really good stuff on there. You get a lot of items to customize your character's looks. You get different hats, colors, shirts, etc., shoes. But then you also get like Pokemon costumes. There's one where it's like a pirate version of the fire bunny. I forgot his name. I totally forgot. A Cinderace. And then you have like Pikachu in like hip hop clothing. It's pretty awesome. So you get skins like League of Legends. You get skins. It's like swimsuits for Machoke and all that stuff. It is very, very interesting. And I don't know how often they're going to be updating the game with Pokemon, because there's like what, 600, 700, 800 of them. If they add one every 2 weeks, I seriously doubt they're going to do that. But they probably might do like a batch, like maybe, oh, every 3 months we'll add 3 or something like that. But if they add it very frequently, this game could stay alive for a long time. There's a lot they can do with different maps, rotate different Pokemon out. You know, there's this game has great potential, huge potential. And from what I've played so far, I really, really like it. It's so easy to pick up and play. You can add friends and they can join you, or you can just give somebody a lobby code and they just join you right away. It's good. This game is really good. And I know there's probably a lot I didn't say in here, but yeah, I don't know. Tencent made this game, by the way, and man, they did the Pokemon license justice. That's all I have to say about that. It works as a MOBA game, and like I said, I thought it was going to be a stupid simple game, but it turned out to be easy to pick up, hard to master, a lot of replayability, and there's a ton of potential here. I really hope they don't mess this up, because it's good and I highly recommend it. It's a great free-to-play game. So if you guys enjoyed, leave a like. It helps a lot. If you haven't already subbed for daily videos, I'm going to be streaming the game often. Come on by Twitch, maybe we can team up, and if you guys are interested, I'll be putting some highlight games on the Let's Play YouTube channel, Mabimpressions VOD, because matches are about 10 minutes or so. I could probably fit like 3 in one episode for a day, you know, and I'll go from there. So hey, let me know what you guys think. Are you guys going to be trying this out and playing it? Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.